Hey everybody, so welcome to today. We are going to be talking about the ultimate wedding timeline, and as you see on your screen, we are going to be going by each month of what you should be thinking about and doing per month all the way up to the month 12. So let's just jump right into it. So for month 1, you're going to set a realistic budget, writing out a very detailed list of everything you will need will help you stay organized and within budget. Make sure to include on this list decor, catering. Maybe you're doing the cooking. If you are doing the cooking, make sure that you write out the ingredients and how much you would need for each, to make the dish. So say that, for instance, that you're making like a spaghetti or something, you know that you're probably going to need like 6 boxes of noodles, 4 jars of pasta, 1 aluminum pan. So stuff like that really matters. So that way you're not constantly rushing out to the store and you know exactly what you need to get or what you need. Just little minor details matter. Also, like entertainment, you also have to factor in how many tablecloths you will need per table and how many chair covers you will need per chair. That's why it's also good to have numbers in place, but we'll talk more about that later on. So, pretty much you get the hint. Just make a very detailed list far in advance and always try to shop and get the lower price, but also get great quality items as well. So now month 2, we're going to be talking about the guest list. You can save a lot of money by avoiding inviting everyone. Only invite those who keep close contact with you or have spoken to you within the last 2 years. No need to invite people just because you want a big turnout. Invite those that you will speak with even after the wedding, meaning like close family and close friends. And say that you really don't have family or friends. So if you have some people that you work with that you're close with, feel free to invite them. Just don't get carried away and try to invite the whole office. And, but also with inviting coworkers, just be very cautious. Keep this in the back of your mind that there's always going to be somebody watching, especially if they're not included in your little group, and they could try to potentially just cause problems just because they were not invited to your wedding. So just keep that close into your mind and just kind of be very cautious with that, because people are very malicious when it comes to them not being included in stuff, and they have to try to tear down stuff. So just keep that in the back of your mind. I know a lot of people don't talk about that. They say, invite your coworkers, but I'm gonna give you the real deal and let you know to be very cautious when doing that. I'm not saying don't do it, but be very cautious when doing that. Invite the people that you speak with, but be very cautious of people that's not in your group, that's listening and paying attention to what's going on. So month 3, pick a theme. If you're a traditional type of person, then go for it. But if you want to go a different route, that is perfectly okay. If your theme is a color theme, but you are unsure what colors to go with, here are some of my suggestions. Go with a color palette that correlates with the season. So if you're getting married in the fall, look into like browns, golds, and oranges, or maybe beige, brown, and tan, cinnamon, burgundy, and yellow or gold, crimson, brown, and gold. In the spring, maybe you like a nice spring palette. So go with like a hot pink, white, and silver, violet, ivory, and purple. Maybe you want to just jump out and do like a teal, cream, and blue. In the summertime, mint green, white, and tan, champagne, gold, and white, powder blue, white, and gold. So there's a whole bunch of color palettes that you can choose from. And then last but not least, winter. How about you want to do like a burgundy, gold, and white, or white, black, and silver? There's a whole lot of colors that you can choose from. So, have fun with it and don't just feel like you are obligated to sticking with traditional black and white. Or maybe you just want to infuse both personalities into the wedding. Go for it. There is no right or wrong way of hosting your wedding. Notice how I say your wedding. If you want a rock and roll theme, have it. If you want a Paris at nighttime theme wedding, go for it. It's all up to you and your spouse. Month 4, we're going to talk about picking a venue. my personal opinion is to stay far away from traditional wedding venues. They love to upsell packages that eat into your budget. There are many other places that are unique and that you can transform into your own luxury venue. Guests want to experience different places that they never knew existed, let alone have space for a wedding or event. The goal is to find a reasonably priced, unique venue that your guests are going to rave about. So here's a few places to look into. You can look into colleges, universities, Airbnbs, co-working spaces, private rooms at like an arcade, bowling alley, etc., restaurants, parks, museums, alumni centers, barns, farms, performing arts centers, community rooms, banquet and rental halls, winery, and there's a lot of places that you can choose from. You just have to see the vision. Even if you want to go to like a school gym and transform that, you can do it. Trust me, you can do it. You just have to have a vision. So month 5, bridal party. Choose responsible people that genuinely care about the occasion. Stop just asking people that you know just because you need somebody as a bridesmaid or as a best man or just to, be in your wedding in general. Ask people you know that will show up to rehearsals, that will be able to purchase the requirements needed for the attire, and they just really want to be a part of this successful day. I wouldn't necessarily gravitate towards people that are begging you to be in a wedding, because to me that's just kind of weird. Like, why are you begging me to be inside of my wedding? Like, if I want you to be in my wedding, I will ask you. But if you're just asking me and like, this is what you want to do, be in my wedding, then I'm probably going to look at you like, what is your true intentions? That's just me though. And many couples have been blindsided by the truths of wedding planning. So that's why I also do this as well, to kind of give insight and information. Like, yes, everybody's telling you, oh, plan your wedding. You can do that. Definitely do that. But also there's some other stuff that comes along with weddings, which is like a lot of people don't talk about, but I talk about it. Many people, the truths come out during 2 occasions, funerals and weddings. That's where you see people's true colors. The best stress-free way is to limit your bridal party. Keep it small and sweet. But, everybody wants a wedding party. So just like I said before, choose very responsible people that genuinely care about you and your spouse, that genuinely care and will show up and do, what they have to do to be a part of a successful day. So keep that in the back of your mind. Month 6, you're going to be booking vendors and decor shopping. When booking vendors, keep track of the business name plus the date you spoke with them and who you spoke with. Depending on what the vendor is looking for, they may require 6 months or more to secure them. That's why it's important in the very beginning to know what you want for your wedding. This is, for some, the most exciting part of the wedding planning for some is also a daunting task. You want to know what you're shopping for, and over the course of the month, start scoping out sales, clearances, and even liquidation. A lot of stores, unfortunately, a lot of brick and mortar stores are going out of business, but this is also a perfect opportunity for you to snag the absolute lowest price that the store will go for certain items. You have to be creative and see potential in items. Shopping during sales clearances and using coupons is the ideal way to save a ton of money on your budget. Don't rule out stores. Check drug stores, craft stores, dollar stores, and wherever else. Hidden gems are all around. So don't discriminate against stores, okay? Just don't. So month 7, find lodging. If you have guests coming into town, find decent hotels for them to stay in. When you pick a block of rooms, you should go with a price range to which your guests can afford. Not what you can afford, what your guests can afford. If you know what your guests The occupations of your guests, you have to factor in that, not what you make and not where you can afford to stay. You have to factor in where they can afford to stay, but make sure it's decent and make sure that the hotel offers complimentary breakfast, has a pool, a gym, adjoining rooms, especially if there's kids invited to your wedding or even grandparents, near restaurants, near the venue. Provide your guests with a map of the area and any attractions such as museums, landmarks, amusement parks, etc. Month 8, send out invitations. Look into designing your own invitations on sites such as canva.com, creativemarket.com, or find nice, inexpensive invitations on etsy.com. Download your guest book where you have created guest pages for you to keep track of your guest's information. And inside of this, it also has a head count finalizer where you can quickly reference your numbers to give to your venue and vendor without having to flip through pages and count. So I have created that little guest book for you, and it has the head count finalized in there. So it's just something convenient for you. And I will try to include the link somewhere below this video. So month 9, keep track of RSVP and give counts. Keep track of responses and follow up with the courtesy call to those who never responded. You never know what could have happened. Maybe they never got the invitation, or maybe they have been so busy with other stuff in life that they never got the chance to respond. Numbers are important in order to give the necessary vendors head count. So that's why I say to download that guest book. And with the guest book comes the head count final. So that way you're able to just quickly reference numbers and reference who's coming and who's not coming. So that way you can just focus on moving forward with your day. Month 10, their first rehearsal. Keep track of who was late, on time, or no call, no show. This will tell you who needs to be replaced or removed from the wedding. And it's just common courtesy to let somebody know if you're going to be running late or just not showing up. Just you can't go, you're not going to go. So if they're late, if they showed up late without notice, just speak to them about it. Just kind of try to see if they can make, the next rehearsal, if they can please be on time. This is imperative to making that day a success. But if they were on time, great for them. You can rest assured that they're not going to let you down on your wedding day. And people that are no call, no show, I would just let them know that they are no longer in the wedding. Month 11, finalize everything. Sit down with your spouse to go over catering. Are you satisfied with the menu and the consistency of the caterer? Call the caterer 1 week before the wedding to confirm the date, time, and location. Also confirm the menu, theme, and decor. Anything that you want to add. Small details matter, but only if you have room in your budget. Entertainment. Confirm with the entertainment, regardless of what that is. The date, time, and location. Next, confirm the exact location on the property, the date, number of guests given during final count, the time, and the minor details as what entrance way do the vendors enter through. And you're going to check in and confirm that with the venue or location. And you get it so far. Go back over stuff to confirm and make slight adjustments if need be. Always confirm and get the names of whom you spoke with and the dates and times. And final month, last but not least, month 12. Take a whole entire day to relax. Do something non-wedding related. Rest up. You have been planning for the big day for a year. Mentally and physically, you need this break. The day and night before the wedding, go back over everything attire-wise. Make sure all outfits, dresses, shoes, and accessories are laid out, and go to bed early. Then that very next day on with your wedding day, you want to make sure that you're waking up early. Make sure that you get something in you. We know that excitement, nervousness, and anxiety will make you feel as if you don't have to eat something. But even if it's a yogurt, a piece of fruit, or toast, try to eat something to pass you along until the reception. And now finally, the time has come. So congratulations. I hope that you enjoy this wedding timeline. Make sure that you go ahead and click the offer down below and go ahead and start planning your DIY wedding. You can do this. You got this. And I want to help along the way. I have created digital products for you. So go ahead and utilize that and take full advantage.